Yeah, man. So, what's up, everybody? I hope everybody day going good. I hope everybody day has been blessed as we go into the night and all that good shit. You feel me? That's what I'm hoping, man. Uh, Now, I'm sitting here watching some shit, man. I'm sitting here watching some shit, man. So, and I'm gonna say this before I even get down through there. I'm gonna say this before we even go down through there, man. I'm gonna say this. Now I've been watching this Charlie Kirk shit, and all this shit here is a lie, bro. Like I'm not saying, bro. I'm watching some shit right now. I'm gonna let y'all watch this shit with me that I'm watching, bro. I'm gonna let y'all watch everything I just watched. I'm finna go to my YouTube history right quick. Let me go to my YouTube history right quick. Then let me get the let me go get my set up right quick. Cause they lying, bro. I'm finna show you they lying, bro. So first, I'm like, bro, that a nigga I know motherfucking well a nigga ain't sniped this man just because of what he said. I cannot believe it. I mean, I know a nigga key behind some shit you say, but I don't believe it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know this guy. That's why I'm saying it gotta be some other shit going on, bro. Like, and then I feel like it's a setup all the way around because I've been hearing people say certain shit. So I say, man, let me look for myself first before I go off of what anybody say about anything about this shit. So I just want to look at it. So we finna watch this shit, and I'm finna break some of this shit down from what I would think as if I was there and if I was a sniper and all that shit. Because one thing about being a criminal, police don't think like a criminal. I'm gonna tell you, the news gonna tell you some anything. They'll tell you anything. These motherfuckers tell you anything. We finna break this shit down, man. Hold on. Put y'all in the cookie holder, man. Oh shit. I forgot. Yeah, man, I got me one already rolled up. Man, if y'all ever get y'all some drink, man, pour that bitch up in the motherfucking cold red Mountain Dew, boy. I am on it. Damn, well, I just screwed this bitch back over here. That's my fault, baby. You want lean and shit. Here we go. Now let me see what we look like. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So I'm finna go back and play everything I just watched. This the analyzation. This is the part where they say, but I'm gonna go back. Okay, so let's watch this. Yeah, hold on. Let's watch this first. I'm gonna show y'all the one I just watched, the one they just dropped today.
There is no public evidence or description suggesting he used a ladder to access the roof. Reports indicate he used interior stairwells and walkways instead of external ladders. The shooter was positioned less than 150 yards from Kirk, a distance well within the capability of a basic marksman. At around 12:22 to 12:23 p.m., the assassination occurred suddenly when a sharp gunshot rang out across the university courtyard. While speaking to the crowd, Charlie Kirk was struck in the neck. Blood quickly appeared as he instinctively clutched his wound and collapsed from his chair. Investigations confirmed the bullet was fired from roughly 200 yards away. Given the elevation of the shooter's position, he had a clear and unobstructed line of sight to the stage where Kirk was addressing the audience. The bullet's trajectory descended steeply and precisely through open space to strike Kirk in the neck, strongly indicating the use of a scoped firearm designed for long-range accuracy. After the shot, the shooter moved carefully from the sniper position to the edge of the building. There was incorrect information that he descended by ladder, but in reality, he dropped down from the ledge. In doing so, he left behind palm and shoe prints, which were crucial for forensic analysis, though some describe it as a significant...
This is why I feel like this a lot. Because I'm going to show y'all, they got footage of him jumping down off the thing. But see, I watch my surroundings. Bro. Now, I'm going to show y'all, I'm going to run this though, but, bro, this here a lie. I'm going to rewind it because I'm going to tell you something.
A shot rang out across the university courtyard. While speaking to the crowd, Charlie Kirk was struck in the neck. Blood quickly appeared as he instinctively clutched his wound and collapsed from his chair. Investigations confirmed the bullet was fired from roughly 200 yards away. Given the elevation of the shooter's position, he had a clear and unobstructed line of sight to the stage.
So, bam, this is why I feel like it's a setup. Because if you see how his detail was set up, and what I mean by detail is how his security was set up, it wasn't nobody in front of him. You gotta have somebody in front. Everywhere you go, it's gonna be a nigga directly in the front. You go to a concert, it's gonna be a nigga directly in the middle of the stage. Nigga on one end of the stage, nigga on the other end of the stage. That's what I'm saying. The way this shit was set up seemed up. But I'm gonna tell you something else too. If you shooting from 200 feet with a rifle, now, when they showed, the thing about it is with when niggas could shoot shit out before the news can, before they switch it up, because they finna switch it up in the long run, because they gonna stop showing certain shit and start showing some other shit. They, what I was saying? Oh, if you shooting a gun at 200 feet, I want y'all to look at where he at, bro.
Investigations confirmed.
So, bam, this here alone gonna throw the shot off. You ain't gonna be able to hear. Soon as that on the news, them folks on the news, soon as that shot rang, they ran this way. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. Ain't nowhere in here if you heard a gunshot they just took off running. Cause see, and then this another thing. Okay, they took off running and they right there, 200 yards away. When he jumped out, it's people in the background, and I'm gonna show you that clip. I'm gonna show you that clip right now. I'm gonna come back to this. This is why I don't believe this shit. And talk about the Kennedy assassination. That's why I don't believe that shit. I know that's a lie. That Kennedy assassination always been a lie to me, bro. Because ain't nowhere in hell you shoot a man in the back of the head and he fall to the front. Now this the security. This supposed to be him right here. Walking through the neighborhood. That's another motherfucking lie, bro. That don't even really too much look. And I know, too, he probably changed clothes and shit. But at the end of the day, I think that nigga got a whole nother backpack, everything. He probably had that, I don't know. But at the end of the day, that shit don't even seem right. So, bam. I watched that. So I'm like, man, let me go check this shit out. So, bam.
How did this ordinary...
Hold on. Let me go back to, damn, I already started it. Oh, no, because okay.
The stage where Kirk was addressing the audience.
What y'all talking about? Salute chocolate. Chocolate tie with the thick thighs. Okay.
The bullet's trajectory descended.
And then, too, I'm going to tell you, if y'all noticed that day, bro, Man, that man was sitting on a stool. He looked like he kind of tall already. Then they had him on a stool, like, to make sure he propped up. Like, bro, man, that shit, man, I don't understand this part right here, bro. This the part I can't understand. That's the whole part I can't understand, because at the end of the day, soon as they heard that gunshot, I guess 400 feet really ain't far though. 400 feet ain't far really.
Unobstructed line of sight to the stage where Kirk was addressing the audience. The bullet's trajectory descended steeply and precisely through open space to strike Kirk in the neck, strongly indicating the use of a scoped firearm designed for long-range accuracy. After the shot, the shooter moved carefully from the sniper position to the edge of the building. There was incorrect information that he descended by ladder, but in reality, he dropped down from the ledge. In doing so, he left behind palm and shoe prints, which were crucial for forensic analysis. Though some describe it as a significant vertical descent due to the sloped embankment, he used his hands to grip the ledge and lowered himself as far as possible before dropping to the ground. The bolt-action rifle, identified as an older Mauser model, was still with him as he made his descent. Observers noted that he appeared practiced and did not discard the weapon at this stage, likely holding it in one hand or slinging it as he moved. After landing, he briefly limped, possibly from the impact, but quickly regained his composure and fled on foot into a wooded area adjacent to the university. Notably, palm prints and shoe prints left at the landing spot were documented by forensic investigators and proved vital to the case. He walked all the way to this location, blending seamlessly into the crowd.
This is what started killing me, though. Where was the motherfucking gun? Because when he walking up the stairs, he ain't got no gun. And I know that rifle ain't in that backpack. I know motherfucking well that rifle ain't in that backpack. Where the gun been at? It's why I know they lying. They ought to have camera footage of him going up there. You don't just wake up and say, I'm finna shoot, I'm finna assassinate somebody tomorrow. No, you gotta plan this shit out, map this shit out. Because at the end of the day, you were really trying to pop him in the dome. But so like I had shout out to Sniper, man. I had a badass game called Sniper, bro. And that bitch was for real with the wind and all that shit. So, you know, when bullets traveling, he's cause you gotta aim up because the bullet gonna go down. So I know that bitch that dropped on him and hit him in the neck. But still at the end of the motherfucking day, I believe the person that shot him was in the crowd or right there by him or whatever the case may be. I don't know. This is just my thinking though. I would think that wall right there, that wall right here, the one that they showed before he shot. Now this too a lie. Why the fuck you ain't go back down the stairs? Well, it makes sense though to jump down if it ain't, cause it ain't that far, and that's another motherfucking thing. That bitch ain't that far from the ground, cause man, I'm gonna find that clip with the nigga jumping off the building. Where the nigga at? Man, what that clip at? I just seen the nigga jumping off the building somewhere, man. Oh, let's finish watching this. Hold on, let's finish watching this.
The suspect in the Charlie Kirk shooting had a brief encounter with an excavator operator near a construction site behind Utah Valley University's Losey building. According to construction workers present shortly after the shooting, the suspect approached the construction area and asked the excavator operator if he could pass through. The operator informed him that pedestrians were not allowed on the site and stopped him there. The suspect reportedly responded calmly, saying he was trying to get home safely following the incident. This interaction took place before police and emergency responders arrived at the scene. The construction site, located near the wooded area where the sniper rifle was later recovered, was part of the suspect's escape route after he jumped off the rooftop and fled from the campus. Within the next few seconds, he ran across a grassy section and headed into the nearby wooded area, rifle still in hand, until he was beyond the immediate campus property. The rifle was ultimately found wrapped in a towel in the woods along the suspect's escape path indicating he discarded it shortly after leaving campus grounds. But how was he caught? It all came down to digital forensics teams analyzing thousands of security camera frames, matching Tyler Robinson's appearance, vehicle, and movements both on campus and offsite. He also left behind many digital footprints. When law enforcement released campus surveillance footage and still images of the
Hold on. If he drove that in his car, why he didn't leave that in his car? See, that shit don't even make sense. If he drove his car, that's why he ain't leave in that bitch. See, this is why I know this is a lie, because that nigga, this shit too sloppy. Or if it is, he the decoy. Like, it's more than one person, I believe, involved in this shit. I don't give a damn what they say. It's more than one. It's always more than one person involved in assassination. Ain't nobody just wait, man. I don't give a damn what nobody say. That Lee Harvey Hart, whatever that nigga name is, all about Poe killed Kennedy, they gonna show all that shit, man. That shit a lie, bro.
suspect, his clothing, and the escape vehicle to the public. This led to over 7,000 tips flooding hotlines and social media platforms. Additionally, messages between Robinson and his roommate recovered through the messaging app revealed plans about disposing of the weapon, its location, and unique engravings on the bullet. One casing read, "Hey fascist, catch." A clear, direct political message targeting Kirk's conservative stance. But the key reason he was caught was...
Man, see, look, that's too much. Now, if that nigga really wrote that, see, that's what I'm saying. They put too much sauce on it. Because, see, this is the narrative they trying to put, that this man killed this man behind shit he say. I'm going to get enough courage because I really don't know the nigga, but I'm going to sit down. All he doing is debating with, you know, students, seeing where they head at. That's all he doing. I'm saying, I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, man, I don't know, bro. This shit crazy. But let's go.
Catch. A clear, direct political message targeting Kirk's conservative stance. But the key reason he was caught was because his own father made the difficult decision to sacrifice his own son and turn him into the police. It was released that Tyler Robinson, the 22-year-old suspected shooter of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, was captured after an intense manhunt lasting about 33 hours following the shooting at Utah Valley University. The critical breakthrough came when Tyler Robinson's father, Matt Robinson, recognized his son in the photographs released by the FBI. Matt immediately reached out to Tyler and urged him to surrender peacefully. At first...
And let me tell you something too, bro. I know white neighborhoods, because that's around the college. Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck. For I know at least for about, if in a neighborhood, if it's kind of a nice sized neighborhood or whatever, I know for 3 or 4 blocks, it's nothing but ring cameras on that bitch. Some type of security on that bitch. Man, people caught that nigga walking all the way to his house. Why is daddy got to turn him in? This shit a lie, bro.
Tyler refused and even threatened to harm himself rather than go to the authorities. Seeing this, Matt contacted a family friend, a youth pastor who also serves as a U.S. Marshals officer. With their support, Matt was able to convince Tyler to stay put and cooperate with law enforcement. Now let's go to the arrest details. On the afternoon of September 11, 2025, authorities orchestrated Robinson's peaceful surrender at a residence in Washington County, Utah, roughly 33 hours after the shooting. Robinson offered no resistance during his arrest. On September 12, 2025, Robinson was booked into Utah County Jail charged with aggravated murder, felony use of a firearm, and obstruction of justice. But hats off to father, where even law enforcement officials and public leaders publicly credited the family's intervention for enabling an orderly, nonviolent arrest. To better understand this assassination.
But see this, and we finna go into, you can't understand, the better understand, and he lying. I mean, this dude cool, but you can't better understand this goddamn, that assassination with this assassination. This motherfucking JFK assassination has been baffling since I ever laid eyes on this shit. What mother piece of pizza is, man?
Nation, it's important to note that a similar pattern was followed where the assassin also imported his own rifle and rented a post office box. On March 13, Klein's Sporting Goods of Chicago received a mail order for a World War II surplus Italian 1891 Carcano, and the model is a 1938 rifle. The order totaled $21.45, $19.95 for the rifle, plus $1.50 for postage and handling, and was placed by someone using the alias A. Hidell. And the rifle, which came equipped with a 4x scope.
Let me tell you why this a lie. Out the rip with this gun he got, and don't get me wrong, this nigga got a 19 what? Hold on, what year this nigga say this gun is?
And rented a post office box. On March 13, Klein's Sporting Goods of Chicago received a mail order for a World War II surplus Italian 1891 Carcano, and the model is a 1938 rifle. The order totaled $21.04.
First of all, ain't no way in here that nigga killed the president with a 30-year-old rifle. Cause if this model was made in 1938 and he got that bitch for $21.45, you back then, bro, a good rifle probably ran you about $300-400. That was a lot of money back then, probably $200-300 back then, maybe $100. I don't know. You get this motherfucker, you still kill a nigga with it, but shit. I give my son that rifle to go teach him how to hunt with. That's a man. And then look at the power this little motherfucker got though.
45 cents, $19.95 for the rifle, plus $1.
Oh, that nigga paid $20 for that bitch.
It was placed by someone using the alias A. Hidell. The rifle, which came equipped with a 4x scope and bore the serial number C2766, and was known for its effective range of around 500 meters with accurate shooting capabilities up to 800 meters, depending on the specific model and shooter proficiency. It holds 6 rounds in its internal magazine, loaded using a 6-round end block clip.
I didn't pay attention, but I want you to pay attention to what he say. I'm going to remind you. This is a key factor right here. Listen to what this nigga say.
The 4x scope and bore the serial number C2766, and was known for its effective range of around 500 meters with accurate shooting capabilities up to 800 meters, depending on the specific model and shooter proficiency. It holds 6 rounds in its internal magazine, loaded using a 6-round end block clip. Before the shooting, at 7:23 in the morning, Oswald arrives at the depository with Buell Wesley Frazier. When asked about a long paper-wrapped package, he dismisses it as just some curtains. At 8:45 a.m., President Kennedy addresses the Fort Worth Chamber of Commerce. By 10 a.m., with the weather clearing, Secret Service agent Wynn Lawson removes the bubble top from the presidential limousine, Kennedy's way of staying accessible. Kennedy has made it clear he wants to be open and accessible. He prefers riding without a bubble top and without agents crowding the back of the limo. At 11:50, several co-workers see Oswald eating lunch on the first floor.
I don't believe that. Because they can't do it. I mean, they can, but they you know what I'm saying? Because they forever supposed to watch that nigga like they gotta be somewhere near that motherfucker, at least on the side, but you know what I'm saying? Like somewhere close, they, you know, but I get
the depository. Just as the motorcade begins its journey through Dallas from Love Field. At 11:55, the motorcade departs Love Field, delayed slightly by President Kennedy's interactions with supporters in Dealey Plaza. At 12:29 in the afternoon, the motorcade turned onto Houston Street and entered Dealey Plaza. 1 minute later, at 12:30, it made a sharp left onto Elm Street, a downward sloping road. As the limousine entered the plaza, Nellie Connolly turned to the president and said,
"Nah, this is when this shit finna get spooky. When he say this part, and I'm finna show you what a lie is finna kick in there."
1 minute later, at 12:30, it made a sharp left onto Elm Street, a downward sloping road. As the limousine entered the plaza, Nellie Connolly turned to the president and said, "Mr. President, they can't make you believe there aren't some in Dallas who love and appreciate you, can they?" Kennedy replied, "No, they sure can't," his final words. According...
Well, see, that's crazy. You hear what that nigga said?
A minute later, at 12:30, it made a sharp left onto Elm Street, a downward sloping road. As the limousine entered the plaza, Nellie Connolly turned to the president and said, "Mr. President, they can't make you believe there aren't some in Dallas who love and appreciate you, can they?" Kennedy replied, "No, they sure can't," his final words. According to the Warren Commission report, Lee Harvey Oswald, positioned on the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository, had a clear view of President Kennedy's motorcade as it traveled down Houston Street. Surprisingly, he didn't fire immediately. Instead, he waited until the presidential limousine turned onto Elm Street, where his line of sight was partially blocked by trees. The report.
That's why he didn't do it. Now, let me tell you something as a sniper, bro. Now, that's why he didn't do it, bro. A sniper gonna take his shot, bro. A sniper gonna take, he's not a sniper, bro. Watch this.
Commission report, Lee Harvey Oswald, positioned on the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository, had a clear view of President Kennedy's motorcade as it traveled down Houston Street.
Good shot, pop.
Surprisingly, he didn't fire immediately. Instead, he waited until the presidential limousine turned onto Elm Street, where his line of sight was partially blocked by trees.
Right.
The report states that Oswald fired 3 shots from a 6.5 millimeters Mannlicher Carcano rifle. The first shot reportedly ricocheted off a tree branch, landed near a railway bridge, and even struck a bystander. The second and third shots struck the president, with the third proving fatal. Footage analysis suggests Oswald fired all 3 shots in just 8.4 seconds.
That's slow as hell.
Here's where it gets controversial.
No, it ain't. You got a both.
The second shot passed through Kennedy's neck, exited his throat, hit Governor Connally in the back, traveled through his ribs, took a 45-degree turn, pierced his wrist, and finally lodged in his thigh. Critics mockingly call this the magic bullet theory, arguing the bullet's path, zigzagging through 2 men and 7 layers of clothing, defies basic physics. The third shot struck me in the head.
You goddamn right, that defies physics. This nigga got 1938 rifle in 1964, 65, time around this time, bro. So, like I say, I done played games, bro, like sniper games and shit, bro. Like I say, bro, when that nigga got behind that tree, he wasn't even supposed to shoot no shot till he got another good clear shot. You know what I'm saying? But y'all gotta remember, they say you gotta be accurate and steady with that gun. Bro, you can't swing that motherfucker around and just shoot 3 shots. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. But see, this is another thing. Okay. So Kennedy got hit what? In the back of the head? Why?
Theory.
See, they got him sitting down, but he really sitting on the trunk, him and his wife. This nigga fall backwards. And he got shot in the head. He ain't get shot because she was trying to put his, they said she was trying to put his head back together. Like she was grabbing all his, you can see like she frantic. She trying to grab his head and shit, pieces of his head, bro. He fucked up.
In the bullet's path, zigzagging through 2 men and 7 layers of clothing, defies basic physics. The third shot struck Kennedy in the head, blowing out the right front of the skull. This horrific moment was captured by Abraham Zapruder, a Dallas dressmaker filming the motorcade at the time. But here's the twist. Multiple witnesses reported seeing a puff of smoke near a grassy knoll by a white picket fence, just feet from where Zapruder stood. This detail fueled conspiracy theories about a second gunman and even a possible 4th shot, contradicting the official narrative. 12:45 p.m.
So they knew whoever the nigga was up there, damn near wasn't gonna go through with it. You know what I'm saying? So they had to make sure they had the right person there to do it because he's a decoy. He's a motherfucking decoy. Bro, let me tell you something. You can't be no regular nigga waking up and finna go snipe a nigga today. I don't give a fuck how many guns you done bought. You gotta know what you working with. You know what I'm saying? And not just working with, you gotta know what the fuck you shooting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be somewhat practicing, man. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Billy, what it do? What time? You gonna get ready to go up? Yeah, man. Oh, grassy knoll theory and all that shit, man. That's a lie. And then Charlie Kirk shit a lie too, bro. That shit a lie, bro. Like, I mean, the suspect, I feel like the suspects they give us, bro. I I been stop fucking with the news, bro. Like I been stop it. Man, I'm gonna tell you, when I was watching COVID what made me stop watching the news. That's what made me start watching YouTube. I know I watched one night. I was full of that weed though. I ain't gonna lie. I was full of that weed. But I know somewhere in it, but they wouldn't. But they took a bunch of bodies, man. I'm on Facebook, man. They out there burning bodies, bro. That shit a lie too. That shit a lie too. You mean tell me a nigga ate a bat? These folks say a nigga ate a bat. That what them folks told us, bro. They gave everybody the coronavirus. I know that's a motherfucking lie. You can't sell me on no bullshit like that. Hell, then you got the nigga telling us it's fake news. You got Trump telling us, the president telling us it's fake news. It done got so fake now. Hell, I don't even trust this nigga no more. Like, I don't even know who this nigga is. It wasn't the last nigga that was in office. I don't know. I ain't been paying attention to him, though.
Oswald boards a bus 7 blocks from the Texas School Book Depository, but is barely moving due to heavy traffic in Dealey Plaza. Shortly after, he disembarks and hails a cab driven by William H. Whaley. The cab takes him to his boarding house, where he changes clothes and retrieves his pistol. 1:15 p.m. While patrolling the Oak Cliff section of Dallas, Officer J.D. Tippett spots someone who fits Oswald's description. Moments later, a civilian's voice crackles over the police radio. It's a police officer. Someone shot him. 1:26 p.m. Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson departs Parkland for Air Force One. As he and
All
Mrs.
the rest of that shit is unnecessary. But yeah, man, it should be a lot, bro. Shout out to the drink, man. Boy, I'm in that bit. Own it. I'm leaning like a mom. I feel good, though. I feel good. Like I knew that I would looking at it. Let me see something. See if I'm gonna get it on. Yeah, I like to go fuck with my nigga Beardy sometimes. See what he got going on. See my boy Beardy up. Hell, I could have checked on the TV while I'm tripping. Well, no, I'd be quick on my tablet, though. Cause you got type in shit. Oh, no, he ain't on yet, though, but I'm still going to the Bearded Tabernacle one time. Phoenix in the motherfucking building. Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to sit there and check your boy show out, man. Yeah, man. That's live, man. A spooky ghost. Yeah, spooky ghost, man. Close this shit, man. I'm on another nigga show. I'm trying to get on Bearded show. What is y'all doing? Salute to you too, mama. Yeah, man. I was just playing some stuff about Charlie Kirk. You can go back and check it out. I'm trying to go here on Bearded shit. I don't know why that shit popped up. I ain't. Oh, maybe. Hold on, I might be reading that wrong. That might not be the stream your stream your. Hold on, I don't know. It gotta be. Oh no, maybe this is. Yeah, cause I'm really beefing with StreamYard, but man, I think yeah, man, we finna go over there to Beauty Conversation, man. Big motherfucking tabernacle over there. You feel what I'm saying? I think hold on, I think he is. Hold on, let me see the time he I'm just finna see though what time he going on. It's gonna tell me in the here though. Yeah, but man, all that shit a lie, bro. All that shit was a setup. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, them folks set them people up, bro. It was too organized. You know what I'm saying? Not to say it was the inside job, but still somebody on the inside let the job happen. They say schedule, but they don't say what time though. He probably finna be on. Appreciate you, mama. Appreciate you dropping that link in the chat. Yeah, man. Like I said, they live, man. Your boy do the ghost shit. That nigga do. England looks spooky any motherfucking way. I swear to God, that place looks spooky regardless. That motherfucker look hunted anyway, man. He coming on at 10. This what time you coming on? Hell yeah, I could get he come on late with the beauty. Cause yeah. Hell yeah. I hope I make it. I forgot that nigga do come on late. Yeah, man, that shit, they gonna see all that shit around to me, bro. Let me find this good week one time. Man, I could man, I know they smoked all those cigars, bro. Man, yeah. This bad motherfucker got some syrup on it. I put syrup on the joint. Ooh, this bitch, it hold stiff as hell, too. Man, I hope I ain't broke this. Oh, I did. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, hold on. Let me see what's going on. Yeah, man. They trying to rock. Oh, I'm supposed to show y'all this nigga jumping off the roof. What happened to that clip? Oh, the nigga jumping off the roof, man. That shit didn't, man. I'm like, hell nah. Well, I seen that Kurt shoot. Hold on.
A manhunt is underway this morning for the shooter who killed conservative activist Charlie Kirk. This happened while he was speaking to thousands of students at Utah Valley University.
Eyewitness News reporter Josh Haskell.
That ain't the one. I'm looking for the nigga jumping off the roof. Where is the nigga jumping off the roof, man? Man, that nigga don't even look like he look here. I mean, you know, killer don't look like nothing, but I'm just saying he don't look like he too cool about it. Like, man, I would have been like, Daddy, fuck you. I'm not getting you gonna turn me in. But he got somebody to take the fall for it. I don't believe that's the killer. I swear to God, I don't. One thing I can tell you about the United States, they built this shit on lies. It's a lie. It's a I'm gonna figure it out. Cause now they got me wondering what was the purpose of that. What was the real purpose behind that, bro? But I know that man ain't said nothing that bad where a nigga want to kill him, bro. That nigga did something to him. And they're probably fucking on this bitch or something. You never know. You don't know, man. They probably. I'm just saying. I'm not trying. God, forgive me, everybody. Please don't ban me. I'm not trying to talk down on Charlie Kirk. Clark Kirk. I don't even know this nigga. I don't even know this nigga. Like I say, I don't. Like I say, I don't even know. I don't even know this nigga, man. Have y'all ever heard of him before? Have y'all ever be honest? Have y'all? Oh, well, I know. Hold on. I know you probably know Phoenix. I know you probably know. But I'm just saying. I'm talking about us because I don't know this nigga, man. I don't even know what he was on. I thought he was running for president or something. Then I seen people in the crowd look like they had MAGA hats on. It's supposed to be a debate nigga, man. Let me see what they be debating about though, but
We're beginning to learn more about the suspect in the shooting. This is 22-year-old Tyler Robinson. Authorities say that Robinson used the social media platform.
man, I'm looking at this nigga, man. Man, y'all can't tell me, bro. Hold on. Hell no. Man, I'm finna tell y'all something. How he standing right here. How he right there. Bro, you can look at him, bro. That man not right. He don't even damn near know what's going on. Where's the gun? This is what I'm trying. This is when he supposed to be going to go do the lick. Where is the motherfucking gun? Where's the rifle? Man, he look like a little homie that's finna go smoke him some weed on top of the roof, man. But I'm trying to really see if that's that nigga, man. Look at the side. I don't know if that's that nigga, man. I don't know. That's a side view though. But I don't know if that's that nigga, man. Don't believe I do. I don't believe that I do. I don't, bro. I don't. And everybody want to say it's sad, and everybody, man, we don't. I'll stop saying all this shit behind niggas that get killed and shit, assassinated and shit, man. Man, you don't know what that nigga did to somebody, man. You know, hey, man, hey, it ain't right. It ain't right. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you something. That nigga ain't said nothing to make that nigga that mad. I know he did. I'm gonna figure the reason out. that was the worst. And then that's what I'm saying. The nigga can't be too important because he ain't got security like that. I thought he was a politician or something. I thought he was on some political shit or whatever. I don't even know what the nigga do, bro. I hate to be like that. I don't even know this man though, bro. Let me see what he say. What did he? Oh yeah, they are blue. Yeah. Now sometimes they do like on certain. I don't know. Yeah, this one is I think one. Oh no, yeah, they all build a conversation. Yeah. Everybody, yeah. It probably just look like that on your end, but on this end it is. Probably because you posted it in there. I don't know. Yeah, man, I'm damn near thought my boy finna go. Damn, and I did not put a link to bring a motherfucker up here who want to come up here, man. I'm sure. Unless I stop it but I don't tell you. I stop that bitch. Yeah, really good with you, man. Yeah, they lying, bro. And then this nigga 22 years old, bro. Like, nah, bro. Hell nah, man. And you a professional marksman already? I mean, I don't know when you started. You can be. I don't know who trained him. I know his daddy didn't because his daddy turned his ass in. Though I know his daddy didn't teach him how to be a sniper because his dad turned his ass in, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cause see, it ain't just that. Like with them scopes, you gotta put that bitch on there right. Just because the scope on that bitch don't mean it's on there right. You gotta know how to line that bitch up, adjust that bitch, all that shit. But shit, if he had a 4-time scope on that bitch, he ought to could see that nigga. He tried to shoot that nigga in the neck then. But see, too, I'm gonna tell you something. When you shoot a person in the neck, it won't look too obvious. I guess I don't know. I don't know why niggas had that man in the neck, man. But still, man, shout out to the family, man. You know, and anybody who lost a loved one. Cause this white folks shit, that man, this shit gonna be over with soon as the man funeral over with. Then they gonna do his trial, get that nigga life in prison. That nigga ain't get nothing but the thing. You killed the man that people don't like, and they like him. Like from here on out, I don't give a damn what they find on this man. I know this man didn't kill that dude. Man look half-ass slow, man.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got it.
A suspect is in custody in the shooting death of Charlie Kirk. Tyler Robinson, a 22-year-old Southern Utah man, reportedly confessed to the shooting to his father. A minister friend of the family urged Tyler to turn himself in to authorities.
I think with a high degree of certainty, we have him in custody.
President Trump broke the news that authorities had a suspect in custody during a live interview with Fox and Friends. Conservative activist Kirk was fatally struck in the neck with a bullet on Wednesday while speaking at an event at Utah Valley University.
And then how this tent set up too, dog. Like, I'm looking at how this tent set up, dog. Like, that's another thing. Like, man, see, and I'm gonna tell you too, it's crazy. Like, the film footage even from the side. Like, the film footage ain't even in front of them. It's to the side.
while speaking at an event at Utah Valley University. On Thursday, Kirk's body was flown home to Phoenix, Arizona on Air Force Two, accompanied by Vice President.
I don't see how in the fuck this nigga hit this nigga in the neck. Cause the front is kind of low, like the
At
tip.
an event at Utah Valley.
And then, I guess they watched the crowd. I'm like, damn, man, I don't know. But he was like, who was in that building? Nobody was in that building. None of that shit. Like, come on, man. Like, how did he get? I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. This shit just so fishy to me, dog. What that boy say? Oh. Yeah, man. This shit here, man. This shit here, I'm over this shit. Cause I know this shit fake. I don't know why he killed that white man. I don't know what that white man did. Cause it ain't over no views. I'm gonna tell you that. I don't give a damn what they say. I'm doing some investigation. Somebody had him knocked out, bro. Cause I'm looking at how the details set up. I'm looking at all that. But then my whole thing, because I like I say, I don't believe that nigga shot him. Somebody in that crowd shot that man, bro. I ain't gonna bullshit because everybody take off running, bro. And one thing I know, you're not gonna run towards the gunshot. And it ain't like it's a place where you can hear that bullet shot come from behind. I know you would. But then, I don't know, like I say, how the shit set up, I don't even think they would have heard that shit like that. Like I say, I think somebody shot him close range, dog. Cause nigga, that motherfucker, they shot that nigga that thing that old boy had to shoot that shot at Trump. Shit. Nigga, you ain't hear now one of them bullets. I don't even think they had a silence on them hoes. You ain't hear now one of them gunshots. That nigga sent about 2 or 3 of them hoes at his ass. Yeah. I think even Abraham Lincoln assassination of motherfucker. Like, man, how the fuck a nigga just walk up on a nigga and blow, nigga, this the president. How you walk up on me? Cause these regular niggas, bro, these niggas ain't like I can look at this nigga, bro. This nigga don't, man. I swear, this man probably half-assed. You know what I'm saying? And the United States really don't know who the nigga is, but we gonna play it out like we know who the nigga is. That nigga gone. This nigga never had a gun going up the stairs. Well, he did jump it down. Supposedly, he supposed to have the gun, then wrapped it up in a blanket and hid it in the woods. Like, huh? Nigga just hide that bitch in the woods. Like, that's a decoy, man. That's the decoy weapon. I done watched enough CSI. And you niggas make, cause look, anybody, cause that man, I don't know, bro. I'm gonna leave that shit alone. Like I say, I'm gonna figure it out though. I know that shit lie what they saying though. On the news line. The news line. Oh, my phone right here. I think I'm talking on my tablet. My phone right here. Shit. Yeah. Yeah, man, my back killing me down. Okay, here we go. See what else going on, man. In the news right quick. But them Bears lost again, huh?
Give me your perspective on DEI, and because based on what I heard earlier, I feel like you don't think I belong here.
Oh, really? Why?
How I am a black man, and because of DEI, I'm not qualified enough.
Are you?
To be here. Yes, I am.
Okay, great. Then you belong.
But why do I have to prove that to you? Like,
You know, you brought it up. I didn't.
Okay, but can you explain to me your position on DEI?
Yes, people should not be in positions just because of the color of their skin. Hard stop.
Okay, but do you feel like I'm here because
I'm not feeling anything towards you, actually. I'm not prejudicing you. I'm not stereotyping you. I'm saying it's a material.
I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying you are.
No, you are. You said I don't feel comfortable being here. You started with.
I didn't say I wasn't comfortable being here. I said I feel like you made it to where I got here through DEI.
So let's examine that. What have I said that makes you feel that way?
When you mentioned how DEI is only just putting people of color.
What the fuck is DEI? What's that? What was that shit they used to have?
That's exactly what DEI does.
But that's not all that it does. You're categorizing it as something it isn't.
No, that's exact. That is the charter mission.
That's not all.
Okay, so diversity, equity. So equity is outcome based. Okay. Is about making people who are of different skin colors have the same outcome, regardless whether or not they are qualified. The best example we have of this is the Students for Fair Admission Harvard Supreme Court case, where black students, they could have a SAT score 300 points lesser than the Asian equivalent and still get into Harvard. That is DEI in practice. I believe when you're hiring for an organization or for a company or for whatever you are doing, you should prioritize merit and character, and race should mean nothing. We should build around things that matter and not things that don't matter.
You have to also take into the fact that black people have only been able to completely legally be able to make profit for themselves for around 60 years. And this is it. No. Since segregation ended in 1965 and the Equal Rights Act in 1965. So what you're talking, there's not.
How did that? So let's talk about you. How did that impact you? How did something that happened 60 years ago impact your life?
It impacts me all the time.
How?
What do you? Okay.
You're at Texas A&M. You're doing great.
Okay. Yes. Sure. Yeah.
So are you a living example that all that's a bunch of nonsense and you can just act good and behave well and succeed?
But there's also living examples of the exact opposite. If you look in the impoverished neighborhoods in certain parts of Chicago or St. Louis, there's black communities being thrown aside because they're not getting education.
Thrown aside? Okay, yes, so I think we can get somewhere. Why have the black community gotten poorer since the passage of the Civil Rights Act? Tell me that.
No bullshit. Speak on.
Because of the way the culture has been perpetuated through the years.
Think about it. So they were richer when we were segregated and more racist. America's become less racist.
And he ain't bullshitting.
Yeah, no one's going to defend what happened in Tulsa again. But let's talk. We're talking about a lot of different cities. So we're talking about Chicago, Tulsa. But let's again. This is a very important point. Do you think the fact that 70% of black youth don't have a dad around is probably pretty important?
That's because of the culture.
So respectfully allow me to interject. How does the white culture impact the fact whether or not a black dad stays around when he impregnates a woman?
I'm not saying it's the white culture.
What is it?
The culture that has been perpetuated through the 200 years of slavery, the 100 years of segregation, and Jim Crow laws.
Get out there, shit, homie.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt too much. But
you weren't even born in the 80s. This nigga
before the Civil Rights Act, 20% of black youth had a dad around. Now it's, 20% were single fathers.
Little homie, you up there got niggas looking bad, and that is true, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. We was the old. Damn, that's crazy. Because back in the day, it was good. It was good back in the day, and then it started declining. And because I mean, hell, the system can't be no harder than it was on them shit. You just be minding your own business, get killed back in those days. Shit, just minding your own business by a white boy, like type shit. Than it is today, like a nigga kid, you know what I'm saying? Like my mama said, they used to sleep with their doors open. Like, you ain't have to lock no doors and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, when they was coming up, so, you know, that's why I say, this is a little short debate, but they got, and then we at Texas A&M, man, shout out to Brian, to College Station, Texas, man. Brian College Station. Brian College Station. Bryan College Station is like Raleigh Durham. Like, they two different cities. You know what I'm saying? But they say them together.
80% of that, it's been inverted. So we actually have seen black dads run away from their kids the last 60 years. Why is that?
Because of the raised incarceration rates, because of the perpetuated culture.
So how does one go to jail?
That's obvious. I'm not answering that question.
Yeah, so maybe it's because they committed crimes.
Okay, but when you're forced it's not just this is old, this is in the past, this doesn't affect you anymore.
Okay, so let's take a different group. How did the Holocaust impact Jews? They're doing pretty well.
Well, because they got reparations, we did.
How? What reparations did Jews
through
get?
Acknowledgement, through money, through
we acknowledge slavery happened.
Okay, but you're sitting here and acting like it plays no role.
No. But to your argument, the Holocaust was 80 years ago. Half of all the Jews on the planet were killed. Everything they earned was taken. Jews are doing great. If all of a sudden something happened 80 years ago impacts your material prosperity, how did Jews defy the curve? How did poor Asians do so well? Why is it that Asians are now the wealthiest minority in America? Many of them came with no money in the 1950s or 60s.
Because of the culture and opportunity.
I had to go use the restroom. I did the people on myself there.
Black Americans have had the same opportunities.
Hold on, let me rewind that.
Here, people still look at us like criminals every day.
Hold on, but I don't look at you like a criminal.
I'm not.
But the Jews left everything they had. Them folks over there, not the Jews. Not the real ones. They Jews. They call themselves that. Yeah, nah. That's a whole nother story, a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But them people don't belong there. Them folks came there in 1945. Yeah. Go look it up. Yeah. But anyway, little homie, you act like you being wherever you nigga, but I don't know what this nigga talking about. And then he in college. Bro, what the fuck is you talking about, bro?
I'm saying some people.
But I mean, do you want me to be brutally honest with you, or do you want me to be politically correct?
Brutally honest.
Okay. Do black people commit more crimes than white people? It's not even close.
No, bullshit.
But you have to take into account the culture that has been perpetuated.
Okay, got it.
Why is he still saying that? What culture has been perpetuated to us? I mean, we don't even know our culture. It ain't what been put. We don't. What is black culture? Because as far as I'm concerned, black culture is slavery. Shit, and work. Like, that's what we supposed to do. Like a culture mean we've been doing this shit for hundreds of years. Yeah, thousands of years. Yeah, man. Culture is deeply rooted. And that's what makes it crazy, because we can't identify that, man. You know, like, I can hear some people, family, I know Mexico, that's different, but I done seen white people, though, trace their people back to England, bro. Like, we can only go so far. We'll never trace our people back to their homeland. And I'm talking about your family your family tree, not the whole Negro. I'm talking about one person's own personal family tree. You can't even, you know what I'm saying? You won't be able to go back to wherever your people are originally from down there. And I'm talking about the motherland, or if they could see it. Hell, from what I'm seeing is, man, we was already over here some type of way, any motherfucking way. So, you know, minding our motherfucking business. That's crazy, bro. Like we celebrate Independence Day, but bitch, y'all took our shit. And you had a war with England over our shit. You fought us for our shit. See, they don't want to talk about that shit. That's the shit that be making me mad. Why we don't talk about that shit? Like, who game plan was it to come over here to Ohio and start doing this shit? I know they sent out some explorers or something. Like, the way they came in, it was designed that way. Like, this shit here, this shit here crazy, bro. And really on the cool, the United States ain't been around that long. I know we probably about the last country. Yeah, that's crazy. I bet they got over here and say, you know what, man? I bet the George White say, you know what, man? Fuck the Queen, nigga. We ain't fuck that or whoever. We ain't paying that hell no more money, dog. We over here now. We doing our thing. Why we gotta pay her some money? You know what? You sure right. And then too, like that. And then too. Okay, so when you hear about the 13 colonies, you don't hear nothing about no damn slavery. Or am I tripping? Oh, let me see something. Dang, hold on. Let me see some shit right quick. Cause I know I ain't tripping. But then, yeah, now because I want to see something. I need to see something. The Revolutionary War.
The American Revolutionary War, also called the American Revolution, was initiated by 13 North American colonies of Great Britain against the kingdom over their opposition to it.
So y'all see this. And what year this was? This was 1775 to 1783, like type shit. This the 13 colonies. We ain't got the slavery yet. We couldn't have. That's why I say, man, something ain't right. When y'all went and got the slaves, nigga, y'all got here in 17 shit. So what? We damn near like how long did it take them to build all this shit? Like I don't understand this shit. Something ain't right.
Direct taxation and lack of colonial representation. War broke out on April 19, 1775, when the British confronted colonial rebels in Lexington, Massachusetts. It was initially a conflict between Britain and its colonies, until France joined as America's ally, turning it into an international war. What's triggered the American Revolution? Before the flare-up of the American Revolutionary War, there had been growing tensions.
Hey, what up, for sure? What up, baby?
And its colonies.
Yeah, some not adding the fuck up.
The mother country took many measures. The Sugar Act of 1764 aimed at ending the smuggling trade in sugar and molasses from the French and Dutch West Indies. The Stamp Act in the following year was the first British parliamentary attempt to raise revenue through direct taxation of all colonial commercial and legal papers, newspapers, pamphlets, cards, almanacs, and dice. The Townshend Acts, in 2 years after that, were a series of 4 acts in an attempt to exert authority over the American colonies. And the Tea Act was introduced 6 years later to save the East India Company, a key part of the British economy. These acts provoked great anger among many colonists. They resented the taxes, insisting that only their colonial assemblies could impose taxes on the people, and consequently, a rally was held behind the slogan, "No taxation without representation."
I knew this shit was behind some money. I knew this shit was behind some money, dog.
Massacre, the burning of the Gaspee in Rhode Island, and especially
Can y'all hear that?
1973 Boston Tea Party, which provoked a crackdown by the British Parliament, including closing Boston Harbor and passing some acts to restore order in Massachusetts. In response to this, in September 1774, many colonial leaders, including George Washington of Virginia,
Oh, but George Washington had slaves. I'm tripping.
Patrick Henry of
I'm
Virginia,
tripping.
and John Jay of New York gathered in Philadelphia to discuss the colony's
But that's the
opposition
okay.
to rule. But the First Continental Congress's attempt to demand independence.
Okay, so that's what I was saying. Like when they got here, they didn't bring no slaves with them. Like, so you mean to tell me y'all travel way back to Africa to go get some goddamn slaves? Hell no. Some ain't adding up. Cause I think this was the war to start the shit to get away from Britain. Like, bitch, we ain't fucking with y'all no more. Yeah. So, all right, let's go.
Did not go so far. Tensions flared up on the night of April 18th, 1775.
My wife home. Hold on, baby.
To seize an army.
Yeah, come. You know I like those. Yeah, man, my wife just came in. Yeah, but man, this shit here is a lie. I hate to say it, man. But you know what? We're going to be over that bearded conversation. You know what I'm saying? In about another, I don't even know what time it is. I don't know what time it is. 9:08. Yeah, about less than an hour, a little bit less than an hour. Yeah, we're going to be over there, my boy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then too, man, Bill, I don't want to be over, because well, my uncle coming over there tonight. Allegedly, that's what he say. I don't know. He might not. I don't know. So you know he gonna play. So man, that's what's up, y'all. But you wait. Why you always go on the late night with the bearded conversation? You all the other night you be on by 8, 9 o'clock. Shit. Yeah, man. I'm gonna fuck with y'all, man. I'm finna go in here with her. I'll be over there waiting.